Hey y'all, this is Tosha, founder of House of Empowerment, coming to you full of joy because on yesterday we had the opportunity to deliver those toiletry items and all the items that we collected yesterday to Swainsboro Women's Facility. It was amazing. I had the opportunity to pour into 60 women plus staff members that were present. Never done anything like that. But when I tell you, God gave me the strength, He gave me the words to speak as their speaker. We talked about knowing your worth, knowing who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, how do you know where you're going? How do you know what you want to become? You got to know who you are, because when you know who you are, people can't treat you any kind of way. People can't talk to you any kind of way. And if they do, guess what? But you got to know who you are. We talked about SMART goals, and I explained to them how SMART goals work and what each letter stands for. We talked about affirmations. I shared with them my affirmations, as well as gave them some that they can start journaling through. We talked about forgiveness. Oh, when we got there was tears in my eyes, there was tears in their eyes, and everyone was just so in tune, because that's one of the hardest things that you can do. When you've been hurt, especially when you've been hurt to the core, it's hard to forgive. And guess what? You may not forget it, but you gotta forgive. You gotta forgive. And there were some women there, we don't know their story. We don't know why they done what they done. But I can tell you, that's not the end for them. It's not the end. Because as long as they have breath in their body, it's not the end. So why are we supporting women in prison? Because they're going to get out one day. Most of them there have 5 years or less. Some have more, from my understanding. Guess what? They might be your neighbor. You can't determine who moved in that house next to you. So if we don't try to step in and make a difference now, they'll end up back in that system. I shared to them, they all have numbers. When you go to prison, you get a number. That number does not define them. It doesn't define who they are. That's the situation that they went through. It doesn't define them. Because guess what? All you do is you ask for forgiveness and mean it. So what I share with them, I have an ebook. Some of you may have seen it. As a transformational life coach through Rediscover You Academy, your guide to discover the woman you want to become workbook. Don't just set goals, create results. And I went through this. I've been on this journey. Some of you have seen it because over the years I have journaled about it on social media, Living Life with Tosha. And went through this whole process. Started with the book, Becoming the Woman God Wanted Me to Be. And from that, I had to become the woman I wanted to be also. Okay? So it's twofold. Describe your future self in one word. What does her day look like? You got to see yourself out there. You got to see yourself where you want to be. What does the evening routine look like? What does she put in her body? How does she exercise? What is her signature colors? How does her wardrobe look? What does she do to stay active? What are her habits? So all of those things are in this book. And you're designing your future self. But it's a process. You got to be intentional. Y'all probably used to see where I post all the time about being intentional. This was all part of that journey. So going back to yesterday, as you all see, there was a huge laundry basket brought out, a laundry bin actually. And so we piled up that bin with all the things that was donated. We had Lengthy Strands. Be sure to check them out on YouTube because she made a huge impact. She donated over $5,000 worth of hair products. It was shampoos, conditioner, oils for the hair. And all of this has to do with growth, hair growth. We had soap, we had toothpaste, we had feminine hygiene products, we had magazines, Christian books, puzzles, coloring books for adults, all of that. We even gave them Garrett's popcorn because I know they do have movie nights sometime. We gave them journals. And on my way back, I was like, Lord, we gave them all of that. What am I going to do the next time I go? Because I'm definitely going back. I got to figure out how I'm going to get some books for their children to mail out at Christmas time. So if y'all have some children's books that y'all want to donate, please contact me because that's what we're doing for their children. Instead of me trying to get bikes and all that stuff like I usually do around Christmas time or toys, I want to send their kids a book. Okay, and that focuses on literacy. But back to that, I got a call on my way almost to my home. I didn't reach out to anyone yesterday. I didn't reach out to anyone the day before. My assistant, Miss Martha, did a while back. And we got the call yesterday on my way here. And they said, hey, we have a box for you. I said, what? Look at God. Ha! And when I went to pick up the box, guess what? The manager was on the phone with another manager at another store. And guess what? She said, hey, we got a box too. Can y'all come pick up this box? I said, wow, look at God. So I know my steps are ordered. This is a divine order. It's what I'm supposed to do. And it feels so good because I know when God gives me an idea, He's going to send me what I need. I don't have to worry about it. I thought about it, but I always have to reflect and say, I'm going to have everything I need and nothing will be short. So we'll continue to take feminine hygiene products, toiletries, if I get some hair care products, but that was in being intentional, asking for hair care products for brown girls. And so again, be sure to check out Lengthy Strands because her hair care products are all about length, hair growth. She gave me one and I meant to have it out here, but unfortunately I forgot. So I will have that image in the comments or in another post. Either way, y'all will see it. So again, thank you all for your support. I could not have done it without you all. And again, I love you, and whatever you can do is always appreciated because it's not for me. It's to make a difference in our community. Love y'all. Bye.